Little follow up on Jeff Wittek story. He's been continue to post content about his injury on the eye. And man, the deeper I go on the thing, if I click a few of these videos, the more severe the whole thing seems. Severe injury, multiple surgeries, trying to get his eye back to the same location.
He lost his eye. He almost lost his eye, right?
Almost. I mean, I think he's still kind of saying at least where the content is at right now. Like maybe the eye doesn't ever go back the way it is, like a constant reminder of what took place. It's the thing about injuries, man. It's when you're young, I was talking, Kirk will love to talk to you about this stuff because he got the injured knee. I just found out my meniscus is torn on my left knee. Just a little ultrasound. They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, how long I had that one for? Kind of thing. But wear and tear of life, and I'm not trying to compare his is way worse what happened over here.
Yes.
But the older you get, the more you realize a lot of injuries, they heal up to a point, but you got them. They're yours now. They're a part of your family.
You wear it like a badge.
You do, man. You do. And in his case, it's a weird badge to wear because of the way it happened, which we've already been well established on the show. He's swinging around on the excavator. David Dobrik's driving it, being irresponsible, slams into the thing. He's spinning it way too fast. Of course, he comes back, slams the thing. In the content, he says, if I hit over here, I'm dead. Like a couple centimeters this way, I'm dead.
Yeah.
And it's been such weird content for me to watch because you understand that he knows that his good content is going to get a lot of clicks. It's going to be hot. Sure. He knows that. He's been doing YouTube.
For sure.
Same time, you feel like you extract some feelings out of it, which don't have to do with that. You feel like you extract some feelings out of it, which are authentic. I'm saying that like it's a surprise having been on YouTube, but
yeah,
those things are hard to come by sometimes.
Yeah.
If you've been on YouTube. And what you come to is this sense of uneasiness still about the event, what transpired and so forth. And this really weird position you find yourself where it feels kind of impossible for the level to be set ever again. In other words, here's what I'm saying, like between a relationship, when a relationship goes so far one way, when a relationship feels skewed to a point that there's one individual has imposed, even if it's through in the form of a mistake, enough pain to the other individual that it's hard to find that level set again. Like, what can the other person do?
Yeah.
Dobrik screwed up. I'm sure he's saying he screwed up. But, like, what can he actually do? You have him in the content saying, I don't want the car. I don't want the money. What can a person really do to even that field out again and say, we're on a level now where we can have this relationship? Like, what? They have their time. That's pretty much what they have. They have their time to be around you, and they have their emotions to work with to try to showcase their care. It's limited, man.
Yeah.
It's really limited, which puts that warning out there as far as putting yourself ever in these positions where you're having too much fun or you're making quick decisions and maybe not thinking about the consequences, that some of these things you can't erase.
Yeah.
You can't hit the reset button. And one of those reminders of that is the physical body and physical damage. I mean, psychological and emotional damage, the same thing. You can create. We were just talking about PTSD before we started the show. Not that either of us have it, but we were talking about it as a concept. I'm talking about the emotional scars that are there too.
Sure. Is there a redeeming factor?
Like I said, it's kind of up to the individual who has suffered.
Yeah.
And what their willingness is to let that happen and how much time they need and whatever else. Yeah. But this is a real thing that happened. It's a real brush with death, and everyone's tuning in the millions to see what it's about. And it's difficult and uncomfortable actually to watch at points because of how real it happens to be and because of the permanent or potentially permanent consequences there. So anyway, I hope it works out, and I hope they find a way. And I know it's popular right now to jump on the train of like screw that guy as far as David Dobrik's concerned, but I made a lot of mistakes in my life too. I never made this mistake. Like I never hurt somebody to that extent.
Yeah.
But and they're all younger than I am.
Yeah, Dobrik's what, 24?
I'm not and by the way, I'm not making an excuse. I'm not making an excuse because of it, but I am saying that like you want to try to give people opportunities wherever possible. And I know it's between them too, more than it's about anybody on the peripheral. It's between them, and there's a lot of stuff you're not going to see in video that they would have to do to come to find some common ground.
Yeah.
And like deal with that. I mean, it's weird, man. Just think for a second. I got you on an excavator. You think you're going for to get a nice photo, and I swing you around till you bash your face off the thing, and then you and I come back here tomorrow. And we're like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
And you're 3 surgeries deep, and your eye doesn't work properly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, yeah, record, let's go.
Yeah, that'll be really tough.
It's weird.
On the real, yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
And the internet and everything else is on top of all that. It's just weird, even if it wasn't, even if you just hurt your friend like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,